Hello everybody, welcome back to another Mystic Islands video. I know I haven't uploaded in 3 weeks, and I'm really sorry for that, guys, but I have been very busy with school. It's been a lot of schoolwork that I've had to do, and it's my first semester at this college, so I have to get things done, and I can't be slacking, guys. So as much as I want to pump out videos as fast as I can for you guys and get super in-depth with everything, I do have to take my time with school and get that finished first. But obviously throughout school I'm going to be making videos and obviously making cards and working on the card game because it's just, my side passion. What we're going to do today is we're going to be showing off 7 new cards. Now, normally I just show off 5 new cards from the set, but these are very important cards, and since I haven't uploaded in 3 weeks, figured I'd give you guys a very special video. And the reason set 2 is called War of the Amulet is actually because of these cards. There's 7 cards, there's 6 factions in the game, there's 1 amulet for each faction, and then there's 1 for the neutral faction as well, so I'll be showing that off right now. As you guys can see right here, we have the Amulet of Life. It's a royalty ability card, and all the amulets are ability cards, and they do something that will help their faction specifically. So in the lore there are these 7 amulets, and each amulet, 6 of the amulets have been found by each faction, and they're trying to fight over them in this set. This is actually a little bit in the future from Islands Collide, so that's pretty cool. I'll have a lore video coming out soon about that, hopefully. But anyway, we're just going to go into the cards right now. This one cost 4, says gain health equal to the amount of creatures you control on the battlefield. Now this seems pretty basic, and it is, but especially for the royalty faction, you're going to be getting a lot of creatures out, obviously giving each other counters and gaining health while you do that. So this card could be very useful if you are just trying to gain a mass amount of health that your opponent's going to find tough to overcome. So that's really important right there. We have the Amulet of Sorcery, also cost 4. As long as this card is active, you may pay 1 chaos crystal once per turn. If you do, target creature is not affected by ability cards this round, and it's a permanent ability card. So basically you cast this card, it stays on the battlefield until it's destroyed because it's a permanent, and it says as long as this card is active, as long as it's on the battlefield, you can pay 1 on either you or your opponent's turn. If you do, any creature you like is not affected by ability cards for the entire round. So this would be very good if your opponent is trying to use a lot of removal and get rid of your things. You could have this Amulet of Sorcery out and basically just give all your creatures idle. Because they also have the Amulet of Greed, cost 3. Draw up to 7 cards, lose 1 health for every card you drew. Now obviously Amulet of Greed implies that you are greedy if you're taking 7 cards. And yeah, you pretty much are. And you're going to pay for it by losing 1 health for every card you drew. Although there is a way around this, and that is if you have precious gems already on the battlefield from set 1. Pirate ability card as well, which every time you draw a card you gain a health, so that will just negate that effect. And you can draw 7 cards for 3 crystals, so that is very good. Hopefully you don't lose the game because you're out of cards, so make sure that doesn't happen, but this could very much help you, and there's some cards that would combo very well off of this. Right here's another amulet card. This one got cut off a little bit. I'm gonna have to obviously change the files again because the game crafter is messing up my stuff, but it is called Amulet of Power, cost 3, and it says put a +3/+0 counter on target dwarf faction creature this round. So basically it's going to put +3 attack to any dwarf you want for the round, and it is just a 1-turn thing, or a 1-round thing obviously, so it will go away, but this could be a huge momentum swing if you can pull this off and defeat your opponent's strong creature. Amulet of Distress, one of my personal favorite artworks in the set, costs 4. Deal damage to target caster equal to the amount of creatures they control on the battlefield. So this one is kind of like a counter to the royalty amulet, as you gain health for however many creatures you have. This one will take away health from your opponent for how many creatures they have. So that way you can basically get a final blow if they are going with a very creature heavy attack as their game plan. Obviously you can pull Amulet of Distress out and in one move probably deal up to 7 to 8 damage in a turn just because of this card, and then you can still attack on top of that. That'll be very useful, and it's a personal favorite card of mine. Then I have Amulet of Possession, cost 8. This is the most expensive ability card in the game so far, for sure, not even close. I don't even think an ability card's reached 5 yet, so 8 is definitely the most expensive. And this is why. All creatures on the battlefield are killed and enter their respected graveyards. It's basically a board wipe card, but there's a little bit of a catch. Each caster gets chaos crystals placed in their stash equal to the combined worth of their own creatures that died this turn. Then you end the turn. So it's a little bit complicated to read for the first time, but essentially what it does, obviously you cast it, as long as it doesn't get negated, which would be pretty bad. But the idea of this is it costs 8 because if you're going to play this card, essentially you're not going to have much, so you're just going to want to get rid of your opponent's board, so it's going to cost you a lot, but it will get rid of all creatures on the entire battlefield, and depending on the worth of your creatures, you will gain crystals equal to the worth of your creatures. So if my opponent has a dude worth 5, another dude worth 5, another dude worth 5, and a dude worth 2, he would gain, all added, that's 17 crystals. But the only thing is, you can only have 15 crystals ever on the battlefield, so he would actually be losing those 2 crystals there and all of his creatures. Same thing for you as well. So this could be very much an important momentum swing in a game, and would not be a bad card to have in your back pocket. This is the most important card probably in the entire set of the game, and it is a common, so it is called Amulet of War. Obviously, War of the Amulet. There you go. That's where you get the name from. Cost 2. It says each caster adds 1 chaos crystal to their stash for every amulet they own in their hand. They must reveal all amulet cards in their hand. So if you have multiple Amulet of War cards, basically any card with the word amulet in its title counts as an amulet for Amulet of War. So if I have 3 amulets in my hand and I cast this, I'm going to add 3 crystals to my stash. I just have to reveal those cards. And if you build a deck based around this, you could probably get some giant creatures out very quickly just based on this strategy. And I'm very excited to see you guys test out this card in conjunction with all the other cards, so definitely. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I'm going to be trying to post more often. I'm a lot more active on Instagram, so you guys should definitely give me a follow there. Post a lot of leaks early, like this video. I showed off these amulets a little bit early in a reel. Won't be able to see them too much, but just enough to be able to see what they were. So thank you guys again. Please like and subscribe, and if you'd like, go buy some cards or merchandise. Any money that I make from the card game goes back into the card game to make it bigger and better for you guys. So thank you guys so much, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace.